Well, hello there. Well, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back at the allotment, and I'm back on YouTube. I've took some time out. I mean, I've been on my holidays for a fortnight. Excellent time had, and I've been reflecting on my channel, and I got the impression, due to a particular comment it was on one of the videos, which a person said, I thought you was an allotment channel and not a political one. And I thought, do I need a genre to be on YouTube? Do I need a genre to have a YouTube channel? And I did actually wrestle with that. Should I do a camping, sort of like a camping channel? I thought, no. There's many good video channels on camping. The same as allotments. Allotment channels. There's excellent channels out there. Superb. And indeed political channels. But my channel's a dose of Dave, and that's what it is. I've come to that conclusion. It's dose of Dave, and that could be anything. You know, that may or may not take a person's interest. And I thought that's the way forward for me. So that's what it's about. And yeah, I will do allotment videos, and I will do political videos, and there's a lot of political nonsense going on at the moment. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of that. I mean, at this moment in time, I'm on the allotment and I'm doing weeding. My weeds are massive. The allotment's very untidy. And I'll give you a bit of a tour on that. Well, I'm in the big polytunnel that we built. Me, Rodders and Phil. Got some chilies on the go. See, and coming on nicely. That's a chilli. My tomatoes, short of a watering. My lettuce, cucumbers. I've got some peppers and marigolds. These onions, I didn't have any room for these, so I've just left them in the tubs, trying to look after them the best I can. That was an experiment with some spuds that I had left over, and I put them in tubs in the polytunnel. Whether or not I'll get a result out of those, I don't really know. It's an experiment, and it's the same as those peppers down there. See how they develop. But what's interesting is the weeds. I mean, these were all over where my onions are. And inside the tunnel there, the brassica tunnel, they were up here, right up. But what's interesting is my strawberries. I honestly thought I would have a right load of strawberries, you know, and just go through them like that. I thought, flipping heck, I'm gonna get tons of them, tons of them. They look promising, but see, they've all turned out. They started turning. I thought, flipping heck, they'll be ready in a couple of days then. And they haven't, they've stayed the same. And I thought, what the hell? But they're soft and squishy. They're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna turn. I could be wrong, but I don't know. They don't seem to be. So, look, really squishy. I've got hundreds. But going manky. So I don't know. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think what I've done is I've put too many in. And this came back to this. This had beetroot in it, and it's got swede in it, and it's got a load of weeds in it. Just loads. So, and I've, look, see, I'm pulling beetroot up as a weed. It's shocking. It's shocking. I haven't, in fairness, been on top of the job. I've not been on top of the job at all. Carrots are doing well. Let me show you this. I started to build these boxes, these raised beds, and I filled them like half full with bark, like this one, and I've got last year's spuds growing up out of those. Last year's spuds are there, and last year's spuds are there as well. But you can see I spent ages doing this, believe it or not. I've done the other side. You can see, piled it all up, weeding. I'll go over it again and again this week, even in the brassica tunnel. We can see the corn coming on. Some more potatoes over there from last year. These are this year's spuds. And the weeds. The weeds that are here are also in between all my onions. Lost a fair few onions. As I said, I filled up the compost corner. So, yeah, I've got it all to do really. I've got to carry on watering. This lot looks a bit dishevelled in the big polytunnel. And that's it really. Not a lot more I can say at this moment in time. So, yeah, with regards to the channel, it's going to be a mixture of all sorts really, and I hope people come along for the journey. You know, I do the YouTube because a lot of the stuff that I talk about, I research and write down and rewrite, think about what I've got to say or how I want to put it, and that keeps, you know, your mind working, keeps your mental agility going to some great extent. So that's one of the reasons I do it, and I hope you enjoy it. And thanks very much to the people that have subscribed to the channel. I love to hear all the comments on the channel. I do look at them and I do respond to 99.9% of them. The other small percentage, a bit of, well, they're not very nice. I think you attract some nasty people on YouTube, which is a shame, because that can put a lot of people off that have probably got excellent content, but they're frightened to death of going on YouTube, which they shouldn't do. You know. But in the meantime, look after yourselves, take care, and I will be on again. Take care now, bye bye.